I greet you in Jesus' precious name. It is Tuesday morning, the 9th of July, 2024, and this is your friend, Angus Buchen, with a thought for the day. We go straight to the Word of God, to the second book of Timothy, chapter 4, verse 2. Preach the Word. Be ready in season and out of season. Convince, rebuke, exhort with all long-suffering and teaching. I want to read a story to you that was sent to me, in fact, a couple of hours ago, from a very dear young man that I am mentoring. Robert Schuller's teenage daughter, Cindy, was in a motorcycle accident and had to have her leg amputated. John Wayne is a big fan of Robert Schuller. He heard Dr. Schuller say on one of his programs that his daughter had been in an accident and had to have her leg amputated. John Wayne wrote a note to her saying, "Dear Cindy, sorry to hear about your accident. Hope you will be all right. Signed, John Wayne." The note was delivered to her, and she decided she wanted to write John Wayne a note in reply. She wrote, "Dear Mr. Wayne, I got your note. Thanks for writing to me. I like you very much. I am going to be all right because Jesus is going to help me." Mr. Wayne, do you know Jesus? I sure hope you know Jesus, Mr. Wayne, because I can't imagine heaven being complete without John Wayne being there. I hope if you don't know Jesus, that you will give your heart to Jesus right now. See you in heaven. And she signed her name. She had just put that letter in an envelope and sealed it and written across the front of it, John Wayne, when a visitor came into her hospital room to see her. He said to her, "What are you doing?" She said, "I've just written a letter to John Wayne, but I don't know how to get it to him." He said, "That's funny. I am going to have dinner tonight with John Wayne at the Newport Club down in Newport Beach. Give it to me and I will give it to him." She gave him the letter and he put it in his coat pocket. There were 12 of them that night sitting around a table for dinner. They were all laughing and joking, and the guy happened to reach into his pocket and felt the letter, and he remembered. John Wayne was seated at the end of the table, and the guy took the letter out and said, "Hey, Duke, I was in Schuller's daughter's room today in the hospital, and she wrote you a letter and wanted me to give it to you, and here it is." They passed the letter down to John Wayne, and he opened it, and someone happened to notice, looking down at John Wayne, he was crying. One of them said, "Hey, Duke, what's the matter?" And he said, "I want to read you this letter." And he read the letter. Then he began to weep again. He folded it up, put it in his pocket, and he pointed to the man who had delivered the letter to him, and he said, "You go and tell that little girl that in this restaurant right here, John Wayne gives his heart to Jesus Christ, and I will see her in heaven." John Wayne died 3 weeks later. May God bless you richly, and tell somebody today about Jesus. Goodbye.